This is the Cholo News Report for Tuesday 26 December 2017. More than 70 civilians are believed killed in a two-day airstrike by the Saudi Arabian Air Force targeting Houthi rebels. Residents told Al Jazeera that several airstrikes rained down on the capital, Sana'a, early on Monday, killing at least 11 people, including 3 children and 2 women. Abdul Malik Al-Fadl, a pro-Houthi activist, said 2 buildings were flattened in Hayes, a residential neighborhood to the west of Sana'a, as coalition raids targeted the home of Mohammed Al-Raymi, a local Houthi leader. About 19 people are killed and 25 others injured in a jeepney bus collision in La Union, Philippines. The deaths come as Filipinos, many in the southern island of Mindanao, are still reeling from a weekend of lashing winds and flooding brought about by Typhoon Tembin, known locally as Vinta. The storm has killed at least 164 people in the Southeast Asian country, sweeping away residents and leaving communities buried in mud, authorities said Monday. An additional 171 people are missing, Philippine National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council spokeswoman Mina Marasigan told a news conference. A public transport bus crashes into Slaviansky Bulvar subway station entrance in Moscow, Russia, killing 4 and injuring 11. Footage shows people scattering as the bus ran down wide steps, before being brought to a halt by the tunnel's roof. Russian investigators said the driver told police the vehicle had started to move suddenly. All those killed in the crash were knocked down by the bus, which had been at a standstill before it drove onto the pavement and careered down the steps of the underpass. The Russian Central Election Commission refuses to register opposition leader Alexei Navalny as a candidate in the presidential election, due to a previous embezzlement conviction, which he claims is politicized. Navalny has called for his supporters to boycott the upcoming election in response. The procedure that were invited to take part is not an election, Mr. Navalny said after the decision, adding that he would lead protests across the country. The commission's head, Ella Pamfilova, said her institution was simply applying the law which disqualifies Mr. Navalny. Only Putin, and the candidates that he personally chose, ones who don't pose the slightest threat to him, are taking part in the vote, he added. Officials raise the death total from this storm to 182, with at least 153 people missing, and more than 70,000 displaced. A man and his motorcycle are transported on a makeshift raft, after a bridge was destroyed by flash floods in Salvador, Lanao del Norte in southern Philippines December 23, 2017. The death toll for Mindanao's Zamboanga Peninsula also rose to 28, and police said 81 people were missing after mud and rocks swept down coastal communities in Cebuco and other fishing towns. The storm hit Balabac, a fishing island of 40,000 people in the western Philippines, on Saturday afternoon with gusts of 145 kilometers an hour, the state weather service said. Guatemalan President Jimmy Morales says he will move his country's Israeli embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. This month U.S. President Donald Trump recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, reversing decades of U.S. policy and upsetting the Arab world and Western allies. The international community does not recognize Israeli sovereignty over the entire city, home to sites holy to the Muslim, Jewish and Christian religions.